Guys, some of you don't have jerseys. Let's start on the end if you would, just so and they know you could give them name, number, so they know who you are. Anybody?
Go ahead, Ish.
Ishmael Sobsha, number 91.
Cord McKnight, number 23.
Durant Branch, number 21.
Kyle Maxwell, number 8.
Number 3, Amite Gilmore.
Number 7, Devontae Lee.
Number 2, Cam Henderson.
Coach, if you would, some thoughts, comments, and then we'll take some questions.
First thing first, all honor and glory goes to the man upstairs and his darling son, Jesus Christ, for getting both teams here safely. And yesterday's game started off without a hitch. We had one major injury, Liam Adamson. We're going to be praying for Liam to make sure that he's okay. I want to give credit where all credit is due to the Welsh Greyhounds for them having a great year. Their community and their school came out to support their team. Coach Richardson does a fantastic job with his kids, but today was all about Amite High School. We saw early in the game that they want to be stuffing our run. So, we kind of pulled Corey to the side a little bit and say, listen, we're going to run you, but we're not going to be able to run you a whole lot. And Amani, we put the football in Amani's hands, and he pretty much did everything in the air for us today. A lot of these guys up here that you see have some key catches for us, whether it's big first downs or touchdowns or whatever. So, and then defensively, Ishmael played his tail off in the inside, on the outside, wherever he asked him to do. Devontae played great on defense. Corey, Durant, pretty much all of our guys did excellent today. Cameron Henderson, who's number 2 on the end, he's pretty much lightning in the bottle for us. So it was a total team effort for us today.
Question.
Coach, after the game, extremely emotional. I can tell you get your tears, everything. Just talk about you bring us back to that moment with your players and your coaches.
Sure. It goes back to 2004. It goes back to 2009. It goes back to 2011, 2014, 2015, and 2016. With us having opportunities, Amite High School having opportunities to win a state championship, and we couldn't get it done. It was 14 years since our school, since our community, since our kids, since our program have hoisted a state championship, and it was way too long. It wasn't pressure on me to get this job done, because as you can see, the kids that I have, they're phenomenal. They're phenomenal. When we came into the football game, Corey comes in and he says, Coach, this is going to be easy work. Just trust us. Just trust us. Just turn us loose and let us play football. And that's exactly what we did. But all the hard work that we put into it since I've been in Amite for this 4-year process is worth it. It's worth it.
Coach, Devontae seemed to really set the tone, interception, and then catches a touchdown in the first minutes of the game. What kind of tone did he set for you?
Right. Well, the interception, they had a drive going right there, and I think it was a third down. I can't remember exactly what play it was. A kid rolled out, and Devontae just made a fantastic break on the ball. We thought he had scored, but it was a penalty or something like that happened. And then once we got the football on offense and we kind of saw how they was playing us, they was gonna match up, man to man on play, with Devontae. And so we just took a shot. Money looked over to me and I gave him a little signal, and it started from there.
Hey, Coach, on a team of such so many standouts, put some perspective about what your quarterback means to you.
Well, in team sports, especially football, with the quarterback, when it's good, you got to be able to be in the forefront and take it. And when it's bad, you got to be able to be in the forefront and take it. Now, he didn't get that from me. He got that from his parents, Mr. Frank and Ms. Kovi. He comes from a fantastic home. Everything about this young man, I words can't describe. Last year as a junior, he had to sit and watch us play. When we lost in the quarterfinals last year to St. Helena, I think he cried more than I did. I think he cried more than a lot of the players who had actually lost the game. One word that I can really just describe Amani is he's humble. He's never too high. He's never too low. He's right there in the middle. And he played a fantastic game for us today.
Hey, Ishmael, when I talked to you in March or April, you made it clear that you didn't care about personal goals. All you cared about was getting that first state title, 14 years. What's the feeling after just the spring, summer, fall, all the hard work finally paying off today?
Well, that's an unbelievable feeling. We've been working for this since 2004, when we last won our championship. 2015, we got put out the playoffs, whatever. 2016, we came down here, we couldn't do it, but I made sure that our senior year, we go out with a bang.
Hey, Coach, you guys Did his answer serve as any extra motivation for you in this game in particular?
Of course, and I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, just to be in the same room with somebody like that, you know, in this profession, you know, because I'm still a young guy, and where he's at, you know, not only professionally is where I want to be personally as well. I mean, Coach Curtis, you know, when I say he's a giant, I mean I truly mean that. And you think about his first year, I think it's like 1972, 73, whenever they started playing football, or 69, I'm sorry, I think they were 0-10. You know, they didn't win a football game, but he stayed the course. And 26, 27 state championships later, and hundreds of lives impacted by his words, not only his words, but the coaches that have coached with him. I mean, that means a lot. And the thing with Coach Curtis is, in his business for me, is having mentors like that I can look to from outside. Okay, because my whole thing is making sure that I'm good enough, you know, for our players and for our kids and for our community.
Amite, in a game like this, 5 touchdowns for you, 6 total. Is everything just slowed down? Do you just feel like everything's rolling? Just put us in your head during the game.
Well, when the game started, I was like, I'm just go ahead and play my own game and let things come to me, stay calm. And I trust what Coach Powell told me to stay calm and relax and play the game like you played all the time.
What does this mean to you? You know, I think this is your only year playing at Amite to help get this group of seniors, you know, get the championship.
You know, it's a blessing because I know I got a good group of athletes around me. They help me come to this point. We've been working since last January when we lost. And to say we came this far, I think we deserve it all.
Coach, you talked a little bit about it, having to use money to be able to throw the ball if they were attacking the run. For him to step up like he did tonight, how big is that for you to be able to watch it?
Right. Well, you know, I mean, our offense is a power spread. You know, we want to get Corey going early, and we want to try to get Corey going as much as we possibly can. But I mean, there was stuff in the run, so you know, basically my coach who was upstairs, Coach Chuddy, just said, Coach, listen, we just have to put the football in Amani's hand and let him play. You know, for the last 4 weeks, you know, in the playoffs, you know, I think you had one interception. I think we had like 1 interception, you know, in that 4-week span. So you know, we just put the football in his hand and let him go play.
Coach, how Liam?
I think it was a break. Cam, you say you think you heard it break? Okay, I think it was a break, you know, and that's something that I was asking the referees, you know, to really look for and watch. I mean, because they had hit him twice, you know, and then that third time, I mean, it was, you know, the kid was just playing football, you know, and it was just a football play. But you know, I really think the guys in stripes could have kind of talked to the other team a little bit, you know, hold up on the kicker. But I mean, it's part of football. It's part of football. You know, Liam's tough. He's just a freshman. He'll heal, and he'll be kicking next year.
Devontae, you made the play that may have turned the game around early with the interception, and then had a big touchdown catch to cap off that drive. You know, what did you do to get in the groove and carry that and make good plays all day long?
You know what I'm saying? I came out there locked in. You know, made sure everybody was on the same page. So you know what I'm saying? Like I did my assignment, and I annihilated. So I was in my coverage. I had deep third, so I had looked at him, I had stayed deep, but he had sit there, and I looked at the quarterback, and I just picked the ball off.
Coach, the play of your defensive tackle, I mean, the biggest stage, he shined brightest, and then also about Devontae, just how hard of a one-on-one matchup is that for any DB in the whole state?
Right. Well, with Ishmael, and I'm going to be honest with you, you know, we can talk about big stages, and we can talk about big games, and we can talk 5 stars at this camp and that camp and every school recruiting and all that stuff. But the thing about Ishmael, I really need everybody to understand is this. None of that stuff means nothing to him. None of it. If you go like on his Twitter and social media and all that stuff, he's not that me, I type person. And the thing with Ishmael, everybody needs to understand this too. Ishmael, you haven't missed a game in 4 years, correct?
Yes,
and we usually play 13 to 14 to 15 games a year. So as a defensive tackle in the area where he plays, that's saying something. You know, her shoulders, her ankles, coach, I'm playing. I'm not stopping, I'm playing. And then with Devontae, I mean, we call Devontae Megatron. I mean, because he can transform and pretty much do any and everything that we want him to do. I mean, he was on kickoff today, kickoff return, played some quarterback, was catching passes, ran a touchdown. And the thing with this one over here is team. It's all about team with Devontae. When we work out, he's the first one in. Come on, guys, we got to lift. Last one out, hey, we got to get back down to the field house and get ready to go to practice. So, these two, I'm going to be honest with you. When you look at them physically, okay, yeah, football player, but whatever. When you just sit down and talk to them, it's some of the humblest kids you'll ever meet in your life.
Coach, I think you've used him everywhere on the field the last 2 years. What is his skill set? How important is it?
Cameron is lightning in the bottle. I mean, he's that. I mean, Cam played quarterback for us last year. This year he played receiver, he played running back, punt return, kick return, corner, safety. I mean, Cameron can pretty much do any and everything. And to be honest with you, football is not his best sport. You need to come watch him on the diamond some. I mean, you get him on the baseball diamond, and it gets even uglier. I mean, he can pitch, he can catch, he can play first, he can play second, he can play short, he can play third. He can fill up the water coolers. He can hook up the chain to the ATV, drag the field. I mean, he's that. As far as versatility, I mean, that's Cameron.
Hey, Coach, I apologize for not being more versed, but you had mentioned earlier that Amite did not play last year.
Right.
In the playoffs or period?
No, he didn't play. He transferred from another high school, so he had to sit last year.
For high school?
He transferred from Hammond High.
Coach, I don't know if this question was asked already, but talk about what that loss, how they did for the team and how that got y'all reset.
Oh, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to go visit Coach Chungo probably one day next week and tell him thank you. We went into that game, fully prepared. But then also at the same token, we beat them last year. So you can imagine how those kids were feeling. They really wanted to play that game. And, we didn't make any excuses. The result was we lost 24-23. There was some bad coaching decisions going on. There was some bad plays, plays that players were making at the same time. But, it was no excuses. We got beat. Our kids suck it up. Our heads were this big. We thank Country Day after the game for bringing us back into perspective. And from that point, we didn't lose.
Coach, I imagine a lot of these players and the kids from Kentwood and likewise, and is there some sort of kind of unified pride in both you guys winning state?
Oh, it's Tangi Parish, man. It's Root pride. It's Warrior pride. A lot of my family are Kentwood residents. A lot of their family, Kentwood residents. I mean, and that's what it is. When they came into the stadium yesterday, we made sure that we waited to greet them, as they came in. And a lot of our fans from Amite came down and watched them yesterday, and then vice versa. A lot of their fans came back and watched us today. We have 2 great schools, 2 great communities, and it's about family in both schools.
Any more questions? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.